Y'all sit back and watch me speak. About to take over your screen. Talking bulls in 93. Talking mom, I'm on TV. Y'all know all I do is me. All I do is me. Y'all sit back and watch me speak. Y'all sit back and all I know, my money green. About to snap and make a scene. My cup off and make this free. My cup off and make them scream. Go back off for TMZ. Y'all sit back and watch me speak. Y'all sit back and watch me speak. Y'all sit back and watch. Watch me. Watch me. Watch me. Sit back and watch. Sit back. Sit back. Sit back. Sit back. Money long, nothing on credit. I got style, don't catch no feelings. All this bread, ain't got no lettuce. I got style, don't catch no feelings. Watch me. Watch me. Sit back and watch. Sit back and watch. Sit back and watch. If it ain't got style, I ain't with it. I ain't with it. If it ain't got style, I ain't with it. Look, look. If it ain't got style, I ain't with it. I ain't with it. If it ain't got style, I ain't with it. Look, look. Look, look. Look, look. Look, look. Watch me. Sit back and watch. Watch me. Sit back. Sit back. Watch me. Sit back and watch. Sit back. Sit back. Sit back. Sit back.
Time slows down when it can get no worse. I can feel it running out on me. I don't want these to be my last words. All forgotten, 'cause that's all they'll be. Now there's only day I'd die for you. This could be the day I'd die for you. This could be the day. Everything I know, everything I hold tight. When to let it go, when to make them all fight. When I'm in control, when I'm out of my mind. When I gotta live, when I gotta die, gotta die. Everything I know, everything I hold tight. When to let it go, when to make them all fight. When I'm in control, when I'm out of my mind. When I gotta live, when I gotta die. This could be the day I die for you. Feeling like there's nothing I can do. This could be the end, it's mine to choose. It's taken me my lifetime just to prove. This could be the day I die. Don't let it be the day. What do you see before it's over? Blinding flash is getting closer. Sacrificing everything I knew. This could be the day I die for you. This could be the day I die for you. Everything I know, everything I hold tight. When to let it go, when to make them all fight. When I'm in control, when I'm out of my mind. When I gotta live, when I gotta die.
Alrighty, here we are, the biggest opportunity for the teams of South Asia, the Valorant Conquerors Championship, ladies and gentlemen.
The winner takes it all. A chance to represent South Asia in the last chance qualifiers.
They got another kill picked up. MW1. Oh, SkRossi. 3 kills. 4. This is huge from SkRossi. And he's looking for every single victim. SkRossi to close it out. The champions of the VCC are Global Esports. They take down VLT. And now they're the champions of the region. India's representatives in APAC.
You never stop fighting, Vibe. No matter what.
Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to all of you. स्वागत है आप सभी का Nodwin Valorant Conquerors Championship 2022 के लॉन्च पार्टी में. This is SuperJonny joined by Sieh and आज का दिन हमारा काफी ज़्यादा exciting रहा था. The official launch of VCC 2022. Sieh, and that trailer we saw just right now. Ooh, goosebumps.
Oh, exactly. Like even on my face, right? मेरे चेहरे पे I can feel the excitement really coming up, and इसीलिए we need this launch party, you know, क्योंकि ये excitement सिर्फ build up होने वाली है. अभी पार्टी शुरू करना है and बस उसके साथ continue करते रहेंगे. But for this party, make sure you reach on time. Registrations अभी तक खुले हैं. Make sure your team is there, क्योंकि ये मौका आप मिस नहीं करना चाहते, right, Johnny?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, मौका अब काफी ज्यादा excitement से तो भरा है क्योंकि stakes जो है वो बढ़ चुके हैं. There's a lot on the line. I mean, सारी details आपको मिल जाएंगे vcc.nodwingaming.com पर. वेबसाइट आपकी स्क्रीन पे है. रजिस्ट्रेशन शुरू हो चुके हैं. क्वालिफायर्स कुछ ही दिनों में स्टार्ट हो जाएंगे. सो जस्ट मेक श्योर अपनी टीम्स को आप रेडी करें, जाएं और रजिस्टर करें. और टीम्स की अगर बात कर रहे हैं तो आज पिछली कुछ बड़ी टीमों के कुछ जाने माने लोग हमारे साथ जुड़ेंगे जिनसे हम थोड़ी बातें करेंगे उनके एक्सपीरियंस के बारे में और क्या एक्सपेक्टेशंस रहेंगी उनकी इस VCC 2022 से। सो शेड्यूल आ चुका है हमारे सामने। वेलोसिटी गेमिंग, टीम एक्सप्लॉइट, एक्सीली, एनिग्मा, क्रैश लैंडिंग ऑन यू, खुम्बू ई स्पोर्ट्स जो पहले डमरू गेमिंग होती थी, एंड ग्लोबल ई स्पोर्ट्स, लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, हमारे साथ आज जुड़ते हुए नजर आएंगे। एंड सी वी हैव अ लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस, राइट?
Yeah, definitely. थोड़े spicy questions भी, but you know what? Without any further ado, बस शुरू कर देते हैं because we have our first guest ready.
Exactly. We have the first guest with us, ladies and gentlemen. So please welcome from Velocity Gaming, EupHoria and VLT Sentinel, who are going to be joining us. Hello guys, welcome to the launch party of VCC 2022. And Sentinel, आपसे start करूँगा. How are you doing? How are you feeling?
Feeling as excited as you, Johnny and Sieh. There's goosebumps right from the trailer.
Yeah, I can see the excitement already. आप लोग का पूरा roster ready है, तो let's get straight into it. You know, and जल्दी I wanted to get to the questions because of course VLT से काफी expectations है. तो I want to ask you directly, Sentinel. Of course, इस बार there is not going to be MW1. Instead, DM आ रहे अंदर. तो how these roster changes that have come through and with the 2 slots, are we expecting VLT to once again go all the way?
We had a meeting on December 24th. Most of the fans. It was a meeting to have a roadmap for VCC and ahead and beyond VCC. So in that we have made it clearly. I personally told all the players that think there is only one slot. Don't get ahead of yourself. Think that there is only one slot, and you are trying to get that one slot. So the idea here is to win, obviously, and with DM coming in, we have a lot of firepower that has added. So yeah.
I mean, definitely firepower और experience के मामले में Velocity Gaming is the biggest name in India. But अभी जैसा CA ने भी mention किया, there has been new additions to the roster. तो UFO आपसे जानना चाहूँगा कि players के साथ में माहौल कैसा रहता है आजकल, क्योंकि अब बहुत ज़्यादा बड़ी टीम हो चुकी है. You have a lot of players. कैसा रहता है behind the scenes जब practice चल रही होती है तो?
So lately our roster got extended for seven man roster बन गया था अभी हम लोग का recently, but it has always helped us. मतलब ऐसा कभी भी नहीं हुआ कि किसी भी प्लेयर के मन में ऐसा है क्यों ना कि वो बेंच्ड है अगर अगले 5 खेल रहे हैं. हम लोगों की टीम में एक बहुत पॉजिटिव मेंटालिटी रहता है कि द टीम ऑलवेज कम्स फर्स्ट, VLT इज फर्स्ट, उसके बाद सब लोग आते हैं. इफ एनीवन हैज टू सिट डाउन और कोई अगर बेटर परफॉर्म कर रहा है तो सब लोग इक्वली इनपुट देते हैं, खुद से आके बोलते हैं कि आई थिंक यू शुड टेक दैट प्लेयर. ये अभी रिसेंटली हुआ है, मैंने काफी बार देखा है ऐसा चीज. तो देयर हैज नेवर बीन सच एन इशू कि बड़ा रोस्टर है तो बहुत प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है प्लेयर्स को लेके. एंड अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट द प्लेयर्स आर रियली हार्ड वर्किंग. तो मोस्ट एक्सपीरियंस प्लेयर है इस इंडस्ट्री के. मी टेलिंग देम, उससे बेहतर मुझे उनसे ही सीखने को मिलता है कि हाउ दे टेक देयर थिंग सीरियसली. कोई भी गेम होता है, कुछ भी होता है, दे इमीडिएटली उस चीज के ऊपर वर्कआउट करते हैं. अगर कुछ गलतियां करी है उन्होंने या टीम से रिलेटेड कुछ बैलेंस थोड़ा सा बिगड़ा है किसी भी गेम में, तो क्विक फिक्स करते हैं, पेंडिंग में नहीं रखते. तो एटीट्यूड तो बहुत अच्छा है अभी गेम का. जीतने के लिए जो भी करना है कर रहे हैं सब लोग. एंड जैसा अन्ना ने बोला, वी हैव डिसाइडेड कि एक ही स्लॉट है एंड वी विल गिव आवर ऑल इन फॉर दैट.
It's really cool क्योंकि UFO जैसे आपने mention किया about the most experienced players, that is the point I want to latch on and ask Anna about that. क्योंकि recently हम देखें you've been looking for a coach, but I also heard Amit Rusu announcing that he's going to be taking over that responsibility. So I want to ask you, as a owner, how is that feel when you have that much experience where the player himself can step up and take such a big responsibility and to be able to even trust that process with that player? So as a owner, what is that feeling like?
It feels very comfortable on a long-term basis here, that that your roster is going to be in the best hands even after a player is not at its peak. Like Anuj right now is 30 and he still has the firepower of a 16-year-old kid. So I said, coaching days are still, kept it on pending for him. But yeah, so as an owner, it gives me a lot of confidence that, the rest 6 players that I have are in safe hands, even if, Anuj is not in the playing field.
और ये चीज़ सुन के काफ़ी ज़्यादा खुश हुई। आई मीन आई हैव ऑलवेज नोन दिस अबाउट यू कि आप अपने प्लेयर्स के ऊपर काफ़ी ज़्यादा ट्रस्ट करते हैं। इट्स लाइक अ फैमिली एनवायरनमेंट दैट्स देयर इन द बूट कैंप ऑलवेज विद द प्लेयर्स। यूफो ने भी अभी मेंशन किया कि प्लेयर्स खुद से काफ़ी ज़्यादा इनपुट्स देते हैं। एंड उसी चीज़ पे यूफो आपसे एक बार फिर से जानना चाहूँगा, लाइक एज फार एज द practice regimen of the team is considered, you guys have another sister team as well, VLT Asteria. उनके साथ I believe आपके काफ़ी scrims वगैरह भी चल रहे होंगे आजकल. So how is all of that going about? क्योंकि दो teams की अब एक साथ growth हो रही है साथ में.
So like Asteria के lineup में complete उनका पूरा complete team है. They have their sixth also जो उनको guide करती है, देखती है. उनका नाम जेली है. She helps me out. मेरा workload next to nil रहता है because she is there. Apart from that, both the teams सब players एक दूसरे के आपस में touch में है. जब उनका FSL हुआ था अभी recently in October, we took most of the players to Chennai as well, and आने वाले दिनों में भी अगर कभी भी कोई ऐसा मौका पड़ता है तो डेफिनेटली वी आर लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू हेल्प दैट टीम ग्रो. एंड अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट द प्लेयर्स आर रियली हार्ड वर्किंग. वो भी टाइम टू टाइम मैं उनका वीकली बेसिस पे एक बार देखता रहता हूँ कि वो कैसे क्या कर रहे हैं. तो उनके भी स्क्रिम्स वगैरह चालू रहते हैं, वो भी ग्राइंड करते रहते हैं. कभी भी कोई हेल्प रहती है तो मेल रोस्टर के किसी प्लेयर से वो हेल्प ले लेते हैं. मैं भी कभी कभार हेल्प कर देता हूँ. मैं एक बीच में हैड सम इश्यूज विद सम प्लेयर्स आल्सो, तो मैंने भी उनको हेल्प करने की कोशिश की थी. तो वी हैव अ वेरी फ्रेंडली एनवायरनमेंट इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन थ्रू आउट. तो कोई परेशानी है ही नहीं इस तरीके से अभी.
एक फॉलोअप क्वेश्चन मेरा ये रहेगा, क्योंकि आपने जैसे मेंशन किया है कि एक बहुत बड़ी टीम है आपकी, एंड बड़ी टीम से हमेशा एक ना एक शरारती इंसान तो होता है. तो बूट कैंप में हु इज द नॉटीएस्ट पर्सन राइट नाउ?
वेल, मेल रोस्टर में आई थिंक इट हैज टू बी मार्जिल. नो डाउट. मतलब कोई क्वेश्चन आवाज भी नहीं होगा, ये 100% मार्जिल है. ही इज वन गाय. अगर आप बैठ के खाना खा रहे हो ना, आप पीछे मुड़ के बैठे हो, अचानक से आपके कंधों पे हाथ आएगा, कोई आपको ऐसे टिगल करके चला जाएगा. आप लेटे हुए तो आपको ऐसे कुछ ना कुछ बोल के चला जाएगा. मतलब आपको वो स्टेबल रहने नहीं देगा जब तक वो है एनवायरनमेंट में. जॉर्ड है तो जॉर्ड को लेके डांस करेगा हमारे जो पिट है. तो ही इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट नोटोरियस वन फॉर श्योर. बाकी सब शांत रहते हैं, बाकी सब अपने काम से मतलब रखते हैं. कोई भी उतना वो नहीं करता है. पहले अनुज भी थे, अमतर आसू वाज देयर. ही यूज्ड टू बी आल्सो ऐसे पीछे लगते थे, थोड़ा थोड़ा मस्ती मजाक करते थे. लेकिन अभी लेटली वो कुछ महीनों से वो सीन से ऑफ थे. सो वी बोथ वाज देयर. उनकी कमी महसूस हो रही थी, लेकिन ही इज आल्सो बैक राइट नाउ. सो या
एक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग पॉइंट भी आपने मेंशन किया मार्जिल का. यूफो, एक्चुअली आई वांटेड टू आस्क यू अबाउट दैट बिकॉज आई रिमेंबर द डे व्हेन मार्जिल फर्स्ट केम इनटू वेलोसिटी गेमिंग, द ट्रस्ट you placed into helping that player move from CS to Valorant right now, and he's achieved a lot of growth from a jet only player to perhaps the most flexible player on the team. So again, like, what does that feel like? Like almost an investment coming to fruition in Marzil from the finals of VCC now onto the main roster. How do you feel about Marzil's growth so far? Unfortunately, I think हम थोड़े से technical issues face कर रहे हैं, but that's okay. I think यूफो आपको भी यही पूछूंगा. आपने of course खुद personally देखा है, मुझे भी याद है, जो hours आपने spend किया है with Marzil to help him grow. तो like tell me more about that. Like in game जो उनका growth हुआ है, आपको क्या लगता है?
Oh, I still remember, the day we started our Mumbai boot camp. That was the very first time I met Marzil, and he was the first person to join us in that boot camp. So Marzil उस टाइम पे he had मतलब वो एकदम फ्रेश प्लेयर थे Valorant के लिए. He used to be into वो CS में प्रो सीन में थे एक्टिव, एंड उस टाइम पे उन्होंने इमीडिएटली स्विच किया था टू Valorant स्क्वाड, एंड he was learning उस टाइम पे. मतलब he had little knowledge about the other agents, how कैसे वो फंक्शन करता है. लेकिन उनका एक प्लेयर के अंदर वो भी रहता है ना डर कि आई एम गेटिंग इनटू अ टीम जो ऑलरेडी इतना अच्छा खेल रही है, जो प्लेयर्स ऑलरेडी आगे इतना सीख चुके हैं, मैं उनसे कैसे ताल में ताल मिलाऊं. तो मार्जिल का ये एक बहुत हार्ड वर्किंग एटीट्यूड था कि ही यूज्ड टू पुट दैट एक्स्ट्रा आवर्स. मैं हमेशा मार्जिल को बोलता था कि मार्जिल आप सो जा, तो मतलब वी हैव अ पीसी कर्फ्यू टाइम कि इस टाइम से इस टाइम तक यू कैन यूज योर पीसी, एंड उसके बाद यू हैव टू गो एंड टेक रेस्ट, बिकॉज टेकिंग रेस्ट एंड स्लीप इज ऑल्सो वेरी नेसेसरी, ताकि आप अगले दिन फ्रेश स्टार्ट कर सको. तो वी आर वेरी स्ट्रिक्ट ऑन दोज रूल्स, बट मार्जिल का मैं हमेशा देखता था वो उस रूल को वायोलेट करता था एकदम। मतलब मैंने उसको अगर बोला कि 12 बजे आज पीसी बंद कर दे, वो 3-4 बजे तक जगा रहता था। तो ही मेड मी अंडरस्टूड। एक दिन मेरे को उसने बैठ के समझाया कि देखो मैं ऑलरेडी एक साल पीछे चल रहा हूँ, 6-7-8 महीने पीछे चल रहा हूँ, स्टार्टेड द गेम लेट, तो आई हैव टू पुट इन दोज एक्स्ट्रा आवर्स टू धीरे धीरे करके मैं कैचअप करूँ। तो सबसे हेल्प लेता था वो। ही ऑलवेज हैड दैट एटीट्यूड कि एब्जॉर्व करते रहे। राइट टू एस थे, अमर तरासू थे, जो एजेंट खेलता था सबके पीछे बैठ के देखता था। देन वीसीसी के टाइम तक एक ऐसा पॉइंट आ गया कि ही वॉज नॉट ओनली लर्निंग बट ही वॉज ऑल्सो गिविंग बैक टू द टीम। जो पहले मैं भी कभी कभी करता था कि टीम भी कभी कुछ मिस्टेक्स दिख रही है मुझे आउटसाइड द गेम या इनसाइड द गेम, जो एकदम बेसिक्स है, शायद कम्युनिकेशन से ठीक हो सकती है, या कोई चुप हो गया या कुछ हो गया, तो मार्जिल स्टार्टेड डूइंग दैट ऑल्सो। तो उसने विद इन आई थिंक जून जुलाई अगस्त, आई थिंक विद इन द स्पैन ऑफ 80 days he covered up that difference of 8-9 months that he had not played the game. तो बहुत हार्डवर्क किया उसने, एंड इवन आफ्टर वीसीसी ही अंडरस्टूड दैट ही हैज इट, बट देन अभी और भी उसको आगे पुश करना है, तो ही केप्ट ऑन डूइंग दैट, एंड राइट नाउ वी कैन से ही इज एट पार एंड ही इज डूइंग प्रीटी गुड विथ हिज रोल, सो आई एम सुपर प्राउड ऑफ हिम।
I mean, अब ये काफी ज्यादा एक्साइटिंग हो जाता है क्योंकि काफी सारी चीजें यूफो आपने और सेंटिनल भी जो हमारे साथ थे कुछ देर पहले तक उन्होंने बताया टीम के बारे में। सो अब बस एक ही चीज है कि जल्दी से क्वालिफायर शुरू हो, आप अपनी टीम के साथ आए उस मैदान में, और वी सी दिस लाइनअप इन एक्शन। बट थैंक यू सो मच फॉर गिविंग अस योर टाइम यूफो, एंड गुड लक टू वेलोसिटी गेमिंग एंड यू गाइस फॉर द क्वालिफायर्स दैट आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट सून एंड द VCC 2022.
Thank you so much, Sieh, and Johnny, all the best to you guys also. I've had an amazing experience Nodwin के साथ पहले भी हम लोग जब VCC के लेते, pretty sure it's gonna be धमाकेदार इस बार भी, and yes, the grind is gonna begin. मैं भी boot camp जाने के लिए wait कर रहा हूँ, I'll be there joining the team in a day or two, so चलो all the best to all the team and all the upcoming जो भी नए स्टार्स आने वाले, मैं बहुत एक्साइटेड हूँ नए टीम्स को देखने के लिए, बिकॉज अभी दिख रहा है मुझे कि काफी लोग खतरा मंडरा रहा है अभी, ऐसा नहीं है कि नई पुराने टीम्स के लिए बहुत इजी है, सो यस डेफिनेटली, सो मजा आएगा। ऑल द बेस्ट गाइस, थैंक यू सो मच।
Well, thank you so much, UFO. Thank you so much for that lovely message. And yes, जैसा आप एक चीज UFO ने जो mention करी कि खतरा मंडरा रहा है, because we are just getting started. ये हमारी सबसे पहली टीम थी, that was just the first.
Exactly, right? Like पहली टीम थी, बट अभी भी वही बात बनती है कि this is going to be a long party. अभी तो पार्टी शुरू हुई है बेसिकली, तो just make sure you stay tuned, क्योंकि जैसे हमने सेंटिनल एंड यूफोरिया से भी सुना, लॉट ऑफ प्रेपरेशन वीएलटी की तरफ से, एंड हर टीम के माइंड में यही, ऑफ कोर्स 2 स्लॉट है, बट जीतना दैट इज द फर्स्ट प्रायोरिटी। बट हे, with just that, I think we can get ready for our number 2 team.
Exactly, and this is a team जिन्होंने मेरे को पर्सनली, मैं इनको काफी ऑलमोस्ट 1 साल से फॉलो कर रहा हूँ, बट दे जस्ट कीप गेटिंग बेटर एंड बेटर एंड बेटर एंड बेटर, एंड इट इज एक्सप्लॉइट दैट आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट, जिनके साथ अब हम जुड़ेंगे, और बहुत ज्यादा अच्छा इनका रन रहा था even in the last VCC, and here we have HSB and Shooter with us, ladies and gentlemen, from team Exploit all the way from Pakistan. HSB Shooter, कैसे हैं आप लोग? सबसे पहले पूछूंगा HSB आपसे शुरू करते हैं। How are you feeling? 2022 आ गया, एक और VCC। I guess HSB के थोड़े टेक्निकल इश्यूज चल रहे हैं, तो शूटर के ऊपर, शूटर फीलिंग अबाउट दिस VCC।
हाय, 2022 के लिए बहुत एक्साइटेड हैं, जैसे बहुत अपॉर्चुनिटीज आ रही हैं साउथ एशिया के लिए, और जिस तरह के अभी हमारे पास डायरेक्ट स्लॉट है पैक का, तो एक्साइटमेंट तो बहुत है।
हाँ एग्जैक्टली राइट, जैसा आपने बोला बहुत सारे अपॉर्चुनिटीज आ रही है, पूरे साल का प्लान है, बट हे बिफोर दैट आई थिंक छोटा सा जो टेक्निकल स्नाफू था वो करेक्ट हो चुका है, तो लेट्स टॉक टू द किंग हिमसेल्फ। HSB, हाउ आर यू?
Am I back?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi, what's up, boys?
आप बताओ, आप कैसे हो?
बस ठीक ठाक।
Oh no.
HSB की एक्साइटमेंट हमेशा इतनी ज्यादा रहती है, बट एक चीज बोलनी पड़ेगी, एचएसवी पिछले वीसीसी के अंदर मेरे फेवरेट प्लेयर बन गए थे, क्योंकि इनका पीओवी कभी भी देख लो, इट्स ऑलवेज फिल्ड विद एक्साइटमेंट, राउंड लॉस राउंड विन, ही इज ऑलवेज लाइक शोइंग दोज इमोशंस जो आई मीन और ज्यादा मजेदार बनाते थे मैचेस को आप लोगों के। एंड उसी हिसाब से कांग्रेचुलेशंस टू यू गाइस, आपने एक रीसेंट अपना एक लैन इवेंट भी जीता है, व्हिच वाज आई थिंक, डू यू थिंक इज एचएसवी बैक?
Yes, I think I'm back.
Yes.
Yes, finally HSB से अब मैं क्वेश्चन पूछूंगा। HSB लैन जीत कर आ रहे हो, क्या लगता है एज देगा इस बारी वो आपको, कि एक लैन का एक्सपोजर एक्सपीरियंस आपकी टीम को मिल चुका है?
ये क्वेश्चन काफी अच्छा था क्योंकि एज अ टीम जो ये वाला लाइनअप है हमारा, ये हमारा साथ में पहला लैन था, तो हम
आपसे गया।
Oh no.
Oh shit.
Wait. I mean वही बात हुई ना एक्साइटमेंट के साथ, बट
शूटर
उसी पे हाँ
आ गया।
शूटर आप बताइए कैसा था लैन का एक्सपीरियंस रियली, एंड जैसे उन्होंने बताया नया लाइनअप
बहुत अच्छा
शाका आ चुका,
बहुत अच्छा था। हाँ तो हमारे शाका के साथ अच्छी खासी प्रैक्टिस हो गई थी ये लैन तक के लिए, और हमारे पास सारे लैन प्लेयर्स हैं जिनके पास बहुत ज्यादा एक्सपीरियंस है लैन का। जैसा कि आपको पता है सीएसगो के टाइम से हम लोग लैन पे खेलते हुए आ रहे हैं, तो लैन का इतना इशू नहीं था, लेकिन लैन की एक्साइटमेंट अलग होती है जो अब हम खेलते इतने सालों बाद, कोविड की वजह से कोई लैन नहीं हो रहा था इतना बड़ा, और इतने सालों बाद इतना बड़ा कोई टूर्नामेंट हुआ है, तो बहुत हमारा कॉन्फिडेंस अप हुआ है इस वाले लैन के बाद। तो हाँ,
that's lovely to hear. I think HSB आ चुके हैं, about to get ready, I'm sure. बट उसी पे शूटर फॉलो अप क्वेश्चन उस पे, क्योंकि मैं नोटिस कर रहा हूँ जैसे आपने बताया शाका के साथ प्रैक्टिस हो चुकी है, बट मेनली आपकी तरफ मैं ये पूछना चाहता हूँ इन द सेंस कि जब पहले स्टोरैक्स थे आप लोग वो जेट एंड ऑप रोल शेयर करते थे, अब लग रहा है कि आप एकदम फुल तरह से वो प्राइमरी ड्यूलिस्ट बन गए, तो आपको क्या लगता है, लाइक डू यू थिंक वी गेट टू सी शूटर अनलॉक्ड इन VCC2?
for sure you will see shooter unlocked for VCT। सारे बॉयज रेडी हैं VCT के लिए, इट्स नॉट जस्ट मी, सारे बॉयज लाइक फुल प्रिपरेशन के साथ आएंगे इस बार VCC में।
and the king is back, I think finally अच्छे से कनेक्ट हो चुके हैं HSB। yes, तो चलिए सेम क्वेश्चन, लैन एक्सपीरियंस रिसेंटली आपने इस लाइनअप के साथ सबसे पहला किया, हाउ वाज दिस?
अच्छा, तो लैन एक्सपीरियंस इस लाइनअप के साथ पहला था, और ये जीतने के बाद हमारी टीम को काफ़ी मोरल बूस्ट है, कॉन्फिडेंट बूस्ट मिला है। और रिसेंटली इस लैन से पहले हमारी टीम में काफ़ी स्लम्प में भी थी, शुक्र है उसके बाद एक प्लेयर ब्रेक आया, हम लोगों ने वो टाइम आउट लिया, हम लोगों ने प्रिपरेशन की, हम लोगों ने अपने इश्यूज़ फिक्स किए काफ़ी ज़्यादा। तो इस लैन के बाद आई थिंक हमें काफ़ी कॉन्फिडेंट बूस्ट मिला एक, जो कि हमें फेवर करेगा, और हमारा गोल इस साल यही है कि एटलीस्ट वी नीड टू गेट दैट वन स्लॉट for Pakistan, and I think we are confident it's going to be fun, and we are looking forward to it.
I mean उसी बात पे आपने बात करी एक स्लॉट फॉर पाकिस्तान, just to like touch upon that, दो स्लॉट इस बार है, and पिछले बार you guys were just one step away from that second, from that final third position पे थे, so how is that feeling कि like you were so close? क्या इस बार आप वो finish line के आगे बढ़ पाएंगे? Like what do you think HSB?
अगर फीलिंग की बात करें तो अगर मतलब पॉइंट नहीं है ना कि आप सेकंड आ जाओ, थर्ड आ जाओ, फोर्थ आ जाओ, आप क्वालिफाई नहीं हुए तो इट्स नथिंग इन द एंड, मगर वही बात है कि एटलीस्ट वी वर हैप्पी दैट वी मेड इट सो फार, आउट ऑफ नोवेयर वी केम सो फार, तो कॉन्फिडेंट बूस्ट है। हाँ, जाहिर सी बात है, वी आर हमारी एक्सपेक्टेशन लेवल भी अब ऊपर है, और हम एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं कि अब हम लोग एटलीस्ट टॉप 3 नहीं, हम लोग एक स्लॉट तो ले ही लें, क्योंकि रिसेंट लैन जीते हैं और ये सब काफ़ी एक थोड़ी रिसेंट विन्स आई हैं हमारी, तो अब यही है कि हमें अपनी विनिंग स्ट्रीक कंटिन्यू रखनी है और होपफुली इस इवेंट में डैमेज करना है हमें।
आई मीन विन स्ट्रीक हम भी चाहेंगे कि आपकी एक बार फिर से हमको देखने को मिले इस VCC के अंदर, फिर से प्लेऑफ्स पे जाके लास्ट टाइम जैसे आपकी टीम ने जो टफ कंपटीशन दिया था, आई मीन ऑलमोस्ट मैचेस आपने छीने थे बड़ी बड़ी टीमों से एंड मेड इट टू द फाइनल्स, तो वो चीज मैं एक बार इस बार आपको फाइनल्स में जरूर देखना चाहूंगा, बिकॉज इट्स गोना मेक द होल थिंग अ लॉट मोर एक्साइटिंग टू वॉच। बट शूटर, अब आपके लिए मेरा एक सवाल रहेगा, जैसे हमने टीम के एडजस्टमेंट्स के बारे में बात करी थी, नाउ इट फील्स लाइक, क्योंकि रिसेंटली जो आपकी विक्ट्री हमने देखी, ट्रॉफी उठाते हुए आपकी टीम को देखा, एवरीथिंग इज ऑल पुट टुगेदर, लेकिन ये आपके चेंजेस के बाद आप लोगों ने अडेप्ट किए, चेंजेस बाकी सब तरफ भी हुए हैं, बाकी टीम्स ने भी अपने रोस्टर्स में चेंजेस करे, तो वहां पे प्रेप कैसा चल रहा है? यू गाइस लाइक फॉलोइंग एवरीथिंग, नोटिंग एवरीथिंग डाउन नाउ?
तो टू बी ऑनेस्ट, अभी हमने बीसीसी के लिए प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट नहीं की है। हम लोग अभी फुल पाकिस्तान पे फोकस हैं, क्योंकि पाकिस्तान का भी कंपटीशन अभी बढ़ चुका है। अगर आप लोग देख रहे हो तो हम लोग अभी पाकिस्तान के लिए होंगे, फिर बीसीसी के लिए रेडी होना बाकी है अभी।
Well, fair enough. हम सब excited है देखने के लिए, because you know last time से हमें पता है exploit comes with a bang, and I'm excited for that bang.
तो इन बाकी जो साउथ एशियन टीम्स हैं इनके लिए हमें प्रिपेयर करना है। वी ऑलवेज हैव देम अंडर आवर रेडार। हम मतलब नोटिस कर रहे होते हैं चेंजेस, जैसे अभी वीएलटी के लाइनअप में एक थोड़ा सा स्लाइड चेंज आया है, अनुज भाई नहीं है, बाकी प्लेयर्स हैं, तो ये सब हमारे रडार में बिल्कुल है। हम लोग इस वक्त किसी हमारे पास, जैसे शूटर ने कहा, हमारे इतने सारे इवेंट्स चल रहे हैं कि हम लोग किसी एक इवेंट पे फोकस करके प्रैक्टिस नहीं करें कि यार हम इस इवेंट के लिए प्रैक्टिस करें, उस इवेंट के लिए करें। वी आर प्रैक्टिसिंग बेसिकली फॉर ओवरऑल, कि हम लोग अपने पाकिस्तानी टूर्नामेंट से भी फोकस कर रहे हैं, और हम लोग इस चीज़ को नहीं देख रहे कि हम यार हमें ये टूर्नामेंट जीतना है या हमें इस टूर्नामेंट के लिए प्रिपेयर करना है। हम लोग एक जनरल प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं। वी आर ट्राइंग टू इम्प्रूव, वी आर ट्राइंग टू प्ले आवर बेस्ट गेम, एंड होपफुली वी आर गोना ब्रिंग गुड रिजल्ट इन एवरी इवेंट।
I mean, I'm like 100% sure कि इस इवेंट में भी आपका एक अच्छा रिजल्ट ही आएगा, because your team by far I find the most exciting to watch, क्योंकि players के अंदर individual flexibility काफी ज्यादा नजर आती है। But with that, thank you so much HSB and Shooter for joining us right now, and good luck for जो भी आपके events आ रहे हैं, and for VCC 2022 as well. So thank you so much for giving us your time, and all the best.
Thank you so much. Hopefully we are gonna put a good show for you guys.
Let's go.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, we heard from them, Johnny. Like, sorry to cut you off, but very like I think you capped it off perfectly. जो excitement exploit लेके आती है, it just got me going. But still, just our second team of the day. I cannot imagine और क्या बाकी है.
Exactly. I mean, we have more teams. और जैसे हम बात कर रहे थे X factors की, flexibility की, अब एक और टीम हमारे साथ में जुड़ने वाली है. This time, the next one. Sieh, do you want to introduce this team?
I mean, उनके नाम पे ही excel करना रहता है. It's Excelli themselves, one of the best teams from Bangladesh. So let's go over to them and थोड़ा बातचीत करते हैं. Let's find out how they're getting ready. Hey Sami, hey SpaceWiz, how are you guys?
We're good, guys. How about you?
We are just doing wonderful right now. We're feeling wonderful क्योंकि एक और season आ चुका है अब इस VCC का, and the last time I have to say it was like something new for all the Valorant teams in South Asia. इस बार SpaceWiz आपसे शुरू करते हैं. How's the prep work going for this season?
We are just coping up, because we have some really team switches, I think, in between, like before 3 or 4 months. We got a new lineup with SSSami on it, our star player from Bangladesh. And we are coping up with the team right now, We don't have a stable fifth yet, but let's see what future awaits for us.
Yeah, it's an interesting point you mentioned, because star player, I'll move on to you now. Sami, I want to ask you, like, as he mentioned, right, rebuilding the roster around, of course, with Bangladesh's best players, but something that we've been noticing, that fifth continuously changing. So do you think coming into VCC is you found a stable core and something to rely on as you try to face up against South Asia's best?
Right now, we are very confident on our stable core. Right now, me, Zolo, Shuvo, and Fancy9, where this is our core players, and we're very confident with this. But right now, the problem is that our fifth is constantly changing. Like, we had 3-4 changes in the last 3 months. So right now, for VCC, our goal is that to rebuild our roster ASAP, like get the fifth player as soon as possible. I'm pretty sure we have enough time to get the new player and enough time to practice. So I hope we would be able to put up a good show in the main tournament.
I mean, this is something very interesting, because that sort of gives you guys, in fact, a sort of mental advantage, I guess, because no one will be able to figure out what you guys are up to until the tournament actually starts. But Sammy, as you said, you're still
Probably.
trying to figure out like what the
Yeah.
what the complete lineup is going to look like. Viz, you also mentioned the same. But apart from that, at the same time, are you guys like prepping up for the teams that do actually have their rosters together and have been playing recent tournaments together? Teams like Exploit, teams like Velocity, Global Esports. The teams that you will eventually, once you make it to the playoffs, will have to face up against.
Right now, honestly, we haven't started our preparations for VCC, but we have a roadmap ahead of us for this whole month and the next month upcoming. So right now, our main goal is to find the fifth player, and
Yeah.
I did set up a roadmap for our team in the following month. I'm pretty sure in a month's time, you should see a really brand new Xceli, I hope.
I'm really excited for that, and I want to ask you, Wiz, about that actually. So, how has it been like? As you mentioned, you rebuilt the roster around 3-4 months ago around Sami. So, coming into VCC, the one
Yeah.
thing we clearly remember from VCC one is the way you guys dominated Bangladesh itself. So, was the purpose of this rebuild to try and get more of an edge against these big teams Johnny mentioned, and to try and get that second slot? Because now we have two up for grabs.
Oh, actually, the team rebuild was somewhat of an internal issue for Excelli, because we were trying to play Indian tournaments, but some of the players were not ready to play the Indian tournaments from our last team. So that's why we had to recreate a team who are willing to give their 100% to the game and really take that spot. If you don't give time, I don't think you're capable of taking that spot. Because in this game you need to practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Wiz, you said that perfectly. You have to give your 100% to take that slot.
You have to give your 100%, but if you don't practice, I don't see you anywhere near the teams you have to face, like VLT Global, nowhere near.
Exactly, and it's going to take a lot of work. But as Sammy also mentioned, you guys do have a little bit of time before the qualifiers begin, and that should. Do you think it is going to be enough for the team rebuild to actually start to function the way it's intended to and get it to playoffs?
I think every player we have and the player we are looking for, they have their own personal skill set. Level. We have a level, otherwise we won't go for that player, So I think, that they can't pull it off because the four are constant and one is a new player. In Bangladeshi qualifiers, I don't know, it should be a problem. I don't think so. But when we go to the playoffs, I need to really see on that because I don't know. There are a lot of surprises await for us,
In that regard, definitely a lot of surprises awaiting. But Sami, I've had the fortune of knowing you from the very start of the Valorant scene. I know what your ambitions are. So do you think Excelli and you itself could be a surprise in itself for these other teams? Assume you get to playoffs, all the other 7 teams. Do you think Excelli could be that dark horse in the VCC second version here?
Honestly, in Bangladesh, personally, this is my personal opinion. All of our players in Bangladesh right now really do have the individual skill set, because whenever I see my teammates playing ranked, they're destroying everyone and they have this crisp aim and everything. But when it comes to our players, it's that the difference between the Indian teams and the Bangladeshi teams is that mainly we don't have a proper team structure. We don't know how to properly play as a team and utilize our players for the whole team. So that's a problem we need to fix. And as soon as that fixes, I'm pretty sure we can be top 3 at least in South Asia. That's what I think, and that's what I believe in.
That makes me more excited to watch you guys once the playoffs actually begin now, because commitment has been made to get somehow the team to the top 3 of South Asia. But I believe in you guys. It is going to be definitely quite exciting to watch. But Wiz, do you think this VCC, as again the same question, this is the moment to do it? Because now 2 slots, a lot on the line, and this time the rebuild, it might just work out.
It might. Hopefully it will, I guess so. I don't know, man. It's a lot of pressure for the players and also for the team management team as well. So we are doing our best and let's see.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
On that note, like you mentioned for the management team as well, like as compared to last time where we were fighting for the last chance qualifier, this time it's more like a full journey. It's the start of the year, the entire process is there. So from a management perspective, how does that feel to have a lot more certainty about the opportunities you're going to get? Like, how does that feel for you?
It feels great, and at this point I'm here in Singapore, so I'm not really managing Excelli because when I was back in Dhaka, I used to do that. Now my co-founders, they're looking after it, so I'm very much not connected with what's going on right now. They are in their boot camp, I think, everyone except Sami. So let's see. I think in boot camp that will really help the team to grow, So I personally believe that our management team are doing great for the players, and they need a lot of practice. That's all I feel, and a stable fifth. Yeah.
I mean, a lot of practice and a stable fifth. Two things Wiz mentioned quite on point that the team needs right now. But Wiz, I want to know your views on the fact that this time South Asia has been given a little bit more priorities of like getting 2 slots for the APAC challenges itself, the first stage of APAC challengers. So, I mean, the scene is growing in South Asia. How does that make you feel? And what does that look like for the Valorant scene in Bangladesh as well?
The Valorant scene in Bangladesh is pretty much it's a very good scene, but the org, I don't see any orgs, doing that well, because there is an org, every other day there's a new org, and every other day there's a org going, dead or anything, So I don't see a stable org. For a country to grow their esports scene, they need stable organizations so that the player can rely on them for them playing and everything, giving them the experiences, the advantages they need, Apart from Excelli, I don't see any other orgs having boot camps in Bangladesh or any other orgs focusing on Valorant that much. There are underdog orgs, coming after a month or two, they're playing 2 or 3 tournaments, then they're going off. If this is the way we continue in Bangladesh, I don't see us going anywhere, So that's why we're trying to focus in the Southeast Asian tournaments more rather than the Bangladeshi tournaments, because I think that's how we want to grow as Excelli.
Well, talking about growth, to cap it off, Sami, just a very simple question. I think I've seen you grow from a quiet, introverted kid to a very confident person. So what is the growth going to be like for 2022? You tell me, for you personally.
Honestly, I still don't think I'm that confident yet. I'm sure this is not my peak. No cap. But hopefully I'll be better as a player in the future for the whole 2022. I'm going to give my best. That's for sure. You're going to see what I'm going to do. But let's see, actually.
I like this. There's a lot of hope right here with Xceli and you guys. I mean, but there's a lot of expectations now, like just giving it your all to rebuild the team and make it to the VCC. But thank you so much, Wiz. Thank you so much, Sami, for being here, giving us your precious time, and good luck to you guys with the qualifiers, rebuilding the team, and practicing for the qualifiers as well. Thank you so much once again, and best of luck.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having us. Bye-bye.
See, I definitely think they're going to have an edge before they make it to the playoffs, because I mean, we don't know who the fifth is. No one knows.
I mean, it's just not just that, right? They also have a stable core. मतलब वो 4 player एक दूसरे के साथ वो chemistry build कर चुके हैं, वो bonding build कर चुके हैं. So that fifth can be that X factor, that extra masala they need to really surprise these established dogs like the South Asian ones.
Excelli ka X factor, I think, is going to be the title of when the qualifiers actually happen. But लेकिन चलिए देवी और सच में आपको भी बता दें एक बार फिर से कि registrations जो हैं हमारे Nodwin Valorant Conquerors Championship 2022 के start हो चुके हैं. So go over to vcc.nodwingaming.com. जल्दी से जाइए और अपनी टीम्स को रजिस्टर कीजिए ताकि आप भी अपने क्वालिफायर्स के लिए आ पाएं. और चलिए इसी के साथ बढ़ते हैं हमारी अगली टीम की तरफ. और this is going to be the team that I have a lot of expectations, the complete X factor that might just dominate the entire 2022 season. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the players and the coach of Enigma Gaming right now, who are going to be joining us. So finally they are here, YB and hikkA. How are you guys feeling about this new Valorant Conquerors Championship? hikkA, I'll start off with you because I have a lot of questions for YB.
Okay, so pretty excited. I'm in a very good tournament for us to prove ourselves. Last time we did pretty good. I think this time we're coming for the championship.
Oh, I mean, that's the perfect note for me to ask you, YB. I think very familiar scene in terms of the country, but a different game altogether. So for you personally, like, what is it like coming into the Enigma Gaming roster? They've been the dark horse, so with you in, maybe as hikkA said, they become the champions.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I mean, it's amazing players, amazing team, and I enjoy it a lot so far to work with them. They're hungry for all the knowledge, and I don't know, like I enjoy it so much to learn also the new game, and yeah.
I mean, it's definitely going to be exciting. But YB, I mean, again, I mean, you and I had a conversation a little while ago, and we were talking about the changes. Excelli has joined Enigma now, so you guys are now like, no, CS at Dark Horse. I think it's a titan at this point. What Enigma looks like on paper. How's the team coming together? What do the practice sessions look like right now?
Yeah, so far we started practice this week, and so far it's going really well. I mean, we have a new player now, additional player. I mean, we have 6-man roster now, and yeah, it's going really well. Like, Xceli is kind of new in the roster now, but so far he's fitting in super well, and it's super fun to work with him as well. And I feel like we can improve a lot more. Especially like it looks really promising everything, and I'm super excited to see where this is going because like so far everything is going super good.
Talking about seeing about where it's going, hikkA, you're one of the two players from the Enigma we saw in VCC 1. So a rebuild has happened, but around that core of you and Rafael. So what does like that show for you? I mean, the progress you guys showed in VCC 1 itself, it was huge, but now there are bigger expectations, bigger desires to fulfill, especially with the 2 slots available. So I want to know from you, coming from VCC 1 to VCC 2, how is hikkA evolved?
Good, but I wasn't great. I could improve. I could be the best version of myself, but I wasn't. But VCC 2, definitely with Excelli joining us as well, there's a lot of flexibility in the team now, and also the firepower has increased like to a crazy amount, and you all will see a different. Like in me as a person, you always see a different person as well. And our team, of course, like it's evolved like to a greater extent, and I can't wait for you all to see what we have in store for you all.
I mean, as you mentioned, hikkA, I mean, the firepower that Enigma has on paper, every single player. I mean, it's hard to predict who will come out on top of the scoreboard at the end of the games now. Because like, look at the lineup, who all are there. There's Anti, there's you, there's Xceli, there's Raw Fuel. I mean, everyone is a head popper in a sense. Is there an internal competition in games like, hey, I'll get more frags than you? Does that happen during practices? Not I know you won't do that during the matches.
So far in the scrims, there's been moments like that. Yeah, like it's a friendly event. Obviously, it's like in a fun way, but it doesn't happen that often because the team's main focus is to win, to improve themselves. Like improve all the mistakes. It doesn't happen that often, but yeah, once or twice it has happened. But just in a very fun way. We just laugh it off.
I mean,
Talking
I
about
seen them in those moments, but fun to watch.
I think YB actually posted one of those moments on his social media. I remember watching that clip. And it was hilarious, like Rafael going for the play. But that play is what I want to ask you about in terms of Antidote, the new IGL for you guys. The role shift, like from being one of the most prolific Indian FPS players to now taking on more responsibility. He's playing the Astra. So YB, for you, what is it like working with Anti, but in a different role? Like he's the leader of the team almost. So what is that like?
I think it's very good because initially I used to be his IGL, and now he has a really similar calling style as I do, and so it is super easy to work with him because he has already the base, and I can tell him exactly what is the next steps because I've been there. I was basically his IGL, and he is taking a lot of things from me, I suppose. Like his style is very similar, and so it's very easy, and it's like I feel like the perfect match to work together just because we have the same background, and it's very easy for me to help him out in his calling. and it's basically what I like. Like his style is what I like also, so it's perfect in my opinion.
I mean, the question that I have for you, YB, right now is like with the kind of roster that you have right now with Enigma Gaming, uh, I believe you can have a very flexible. You have already a very flexible set of players. Everyone is capable of hitting some insane shots in their own right. So, are you planning to use those individual skill sets that they have, those crispy aim movements that they have inside the game, to your advantage? And maybe are we going to see some switch up in terms of the roles that the players play in the matches?
I mean, for me, most important is to make sure everybody can fulfill his own individual skills. Like for me,
Yeah.
every player is unique, and it's very important for me to keep it that way. So my biggest goal is to make sure they can showcase what they have in store in their individual skills. And if there's a change in roles, I can't say it. The good thing with Xceli is he's really a flexible player. He has a big agent pool also, so it gives us so many possibilities. And in that regard, yeah, we have many options now. But for me, most important is just to make sure everybody can bring his own part into the game. Each player, no one should be replaceable. Everyone should be a part of the team. Like all the players together make the team, basically.
Yeah.
That's a really, I think, interesting concept because it's very hard to pull off. But given the amount of firepower, as Johnny mentioned, you guys have, and of course the brain which comes in with you, I'm sure it's going to be an exciting affair. But hikkA, what I want to ask you, going from Raze OTP, the hikkA ult meme, to then becoming one of the most flexible players in the team, now with YB in, like, is it just up, and above for you?
I won't lie. Like ever since YB came, I've had some individual sessions with him already. I think a couple of sessions, and I could see the changes in the scrims I've played after that. Like I could see myself, being more confident, being, like taking those fights which I wouldn't take as a support player back in the days. So I think there's a like an insane amount of change in me as a person after speaking to YB about all the problems I've had, and also like him motivating me, and also him, guiding me, like like do this, do that, like going through my demos. So I think there's a huge change in me, obviously. Like I noticed that myself, and YB could, be the judge for that.
Yes, for sure. Like he has done an amazing improvement. I'm very happy. That's for sure.
Alrighty, so now I want to know from the both of you this time, how confident are you feeling? Like this time, I'm not talking about just making it to the challenges slot. How confident are you that you will be the ones lifting the trophy? YB, I'll start off with you.
I mean, there's just one goal to lift the trophy, that's for sure. So, and I'm gonna do everything to make sure we're gonna reach the goal. So that's that much I can say. And then, if you have enough time, we will see. But I'm gonna make sure everything I can do to make sure we're gonna win this.
And hikkA, are you guys on the same page with that? Like, just give everything that you have.
No, I mean we are definitely on the same page. It's our goal as well to lift the trophy. We wanna take down these teams which have been winning in the past. We wanna prove it to everyone else that Enigma is also in the scene. Enigma also can win tournaments. So hopefully VCC could be the one, and it should be the one. Let's see.
I definitely believe in you guys that you guys can definitely take down the titans that have been there, because you guys now yourself are one of those titans. But YB, hikkA, thank you so much for giving us your time. It has been a pleasure having this conversation with you. Good luck with your practice sessions before the VCC actually begins. Once again, thank you so much, guys.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
So it's always a pleasure to have a conversation with these lads from Enigma Gaming. And see, I have to say, why be such a coach? Like always, those coach answers. I love it because I mean, फिर वो mindset पता चलता है कि behind the scenes actual coach के mindset में क्या चल रहा होता है, and how is he looking at his individual players. क्योंकि IGL अलग तरीके से टीम को देखता है, एक एनालिस्ट अलग चीजें देख रहा होता है. एनालिस्ट आई मीन ये आपको पता होगा, आप तो नंबर्स ही देखते हो सारे. एंड कोच जो होता है उसको बहुत चीजें मॉनिटर करनी पड़ती है. लेकिन चलिए ये सब बातें हम फिर कभी भी कर सकते हैं. अभी एक और टीम हमारे साथ जुड़ने वाली है, एंड दिस टीम क्रैश लैंडेड देमसेल्व्स बेसिकली टू द बिगेस्ट स्टेज, एंड दे पुट अप एन अमेजिंग परफॉर्मेंस इन VCC सीजन 1, ladies and gentlemen. It is crash landing on you from Sri Lanka, and we have Sinbad and ThunderFlash joining us from the team. Guys, how are you doing? Are you excited for the new season of VCC? ThunderFlash आपसे start करते हैं. Are you excited?
Hey guys, hi. Yeah, we're really excited. I mean, when we participated in the first season of VCC, we were very excited to even play, to have the chance to play in an official VCT event. And then when we won the Sri Lankan Maldives qualifier to represent the country, we were extremely hyped. So we're very hyped up that there's going to be a second season. South Asia is doing really well, I guess.
I mean, yeah, we are doing really well because this time instead of one, we have 2 slots, and that too not just for APAC LCQ. We have the APAC Challenger slot this time, so the journey is going to be a little bit bigger. But Sinbad, a question based on what ThunderFlash mentioned. I mean, it is definitely going to be like the first time you guys came. It was a fresh new experience, not just for your team, but basically for everyone in South Asia, all the teams from different countries coming together. This time, how is the prep work going? Because you know who the top contenders are going to be. Are you guys like already starting to get your hit list of teams that you want to take down?
Yeah, we are doing that right now, and like, to be honest, we are very much excited to participate in this time as well. But there's going to be a huge challenge because the number of teams from last time to this this VCC, the number of teams have been increased, and not only in Asia. I'm talking about Sri Lanka. The number of teams in Sri Lanka is huge.
Wow.
So I think this time it's going to be tough because. I personally saw some new talents from Union Gaming and also other teams as well. So I think it's going to be really challenging for us, but we'll try our best to qualify this time as well.
On that note, like ThunderFlash, last time we saw the controller come out after the Sri Lanka finals.
I've still got the glasses. I've still got the controller. No, it's right here, man. This is the controller.
Go.
That's what we won with. Yeah,
exactly, right? So I want to ask you now.
Yeah.
I mean, you were the underdogs, as you mentioned, coming into the finals, but no longer is that the case. You've done the crash landing part. Now it's about settling in, establishing yourself as the dominant team. So forget Sri Lanka, Maldives for a second. Let's assume the playoffs are here. What do you see when you look at all these other teams, the big wigs of India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, all come together? Like, do you think you have what it takes to be the dark horse, take them down?
Well, last time when we played and when we played in the playoffs, we saw how all the teams from all the regions, Exploit from Pakistan, of course BLT and Global Esports from India, they're extremely skilled players. All of the teams are extremely skilled. When we went in, we were the underdogs and we knew that. So I feel like it's going to be the same again this time. All these teams, they want to win. Right, they want to make it to the APAC LCQ. Everyone wants to be a part of the official, Riot Valorant tournament track. So we just think it's going to be as hard as ever. But of course, whoever practices more and whoever has the better teamwork will prevail, right?
The best team
and the aim assist.
I can't play without the aim assist. My lineups. I need to silver lineup. They need the controller.
But Sinbad, on that note, like same question, but more along the lines of for you personally, what are your goals coming into? As Johnny mentioned, this is going to be a longer journey in terms of the whole year of the Riot circuit coming through. So, do you have bigger goals maybe this year?
Yeah, I definitely do, and I'm planning to, there's a few roster change in our OG team, so I think I'm gonna bring some more firepower to our side, and obviously with more practice and more teamwork and probably more hard work, that's my goal for this VCC.
That's definitely going to be exciting to watch, to see if the fruition of that goal actually happens. But now, ThunderFlash, I do see the Ultra Instinct T-shirt that you are.
Oh, all the way, man! All the way. That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Are we going to see some of those Goku level plays in the game as well?
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm gonna bring it all in. I'm actually more of a Vegeta fan.
Ooh.
Get a
Veggie. Yeah, definitely.
Right?
Ultra Ego ThunderFlash.
Yeah, exactly. So. I've been working on my Sova plays. I'm a Sinatra fanboy myself, so the wall bangs with the Odin and the Ares buff. I'm excited, man. All Sova mains are excited.
I'm glad you mentioned it. I played a couple of my placement games yesterday, and
Oh no.
the way it went was pistol, Ares. So I want to ask you about that. Like, what do you feel about the recent,
Okay,
not
so
just gun changes,
yeah.
but map changes too?
Yeah, so okay, first about the Ares changes, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think I've played about maybe 10-15 games since the new season came out, and I've bought Ares every round that I couldn't buy a Phantom. I didn't save, just like Sinatra, I didn't save, and I bought the Ares, and I'll tell you, we've won so many thrifty rounds. I was just playing pubs, right? But whoever has more Ares wins. That's what I've noticed. I think it's insanely strong, the fact that they changed the spin up thing. But as for the maps, I really what I like the most is what they did with Breeze on the A side, adding that yellow box and extending the pool in A site, because I'd always get stuck on the pool, man. Like, there's a height difference, right? And then you always get stuck on the sides. I don't know if it happens to you guys or I'm just stupid, but I get stuck all the time, on A site. And I'm really glad that they extended the pool there. I haven't got to play Bind yet, so I can't tell you about the changes on A short. But I like the Ares buff. When I read that, I was so excited. Yeah.
I mean, it is definitely going to be interesting to see if you guys actually pull that off in the VCC matches as well. But Sinbad, I mean,
don't peek me, man. I'll wall bang with the Ares. Don't peek me, guys.
In that case, I guess you should just say, "Come peek me," then.
Well, I guess it's a mind game.
You're Vegeta, right?
Yep.
But Sinbad, map question.
Yeah.
One more map question. Thoughts on Fracture? And I want to hear something hilarious.
One of the map that I hate the most, it was Breeze earlier, but now I hate that so much. It's really annoying, as a defender, you don't know what side you look one side and you are gonna get backstabbed from the other side. It's really, I really don't like it. I really don't like the map. And I'm a support character, right? So I play Viper, Omen, Breach and all that. But any character that I try to play on that, it just it doesn't work for me all the time. So if I'm to ban a map, that would be the first ban that I'm gonna go with.
I like the fact that we are not the only ones who hate Fracture right now. It's definitely been fun talking to you guys, ThunderFlash and Sinbad. Thank you so much for joining us, and good luck with your qualification matches that you.
Thank you so much, guys. We appreciate it a lot.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks. Yeah.
But I had a lot of fun in that conversation. I would love to see if I want these guys to bring the Ares into VCC this time. I mean, it is going to be very interesting to see what actually happens. But again, ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you, registrations are open right now. vcc.nodwingaming.com. You guys can head over to the website on your screens and register your teams for the qualifiers of this Valorant Conquerors Championship Season 2. And with that, see it. You know what's next, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, about the registrations, a quick point. I mean, they mentioned it, a lot more teams coming from Sri Lanka. I'm excited to see them. So make sure you get that done. But as you said, this party is continuous action after action. Exactly how VCC is going to be. So let's get that next team on.
Exactly. And this time we will have a team from, I believe we're going to be joined by a team from Nepal. You guys might remember them as former Kutumbu Gaming. And they have gone through a couple of changes, including the name of the team itself, and it is going to be Kutumbu Esports now. I believe I'm saying that correctly. Khumbu. All right. If you guys need to correct me. Slumber and then you guys.
Khumbu Esports.
Khumbu.
Yeah,
All right,
Khumbu.
Khumbu. I got that right. I'm so sorry about that, but
No, it's all good.
Was there a reason behind the name change? Because I like the previous name better.
We went through a couple of things after the previous VCC, so we thought about revamping the team, bringing a new mindset. And so Khumbu came about a name since Khumbu means the road to the summit, Khumbu is a place near Mount Everest, so it represents our country too. So due to that, we came up with the name Khumbu.
So a fresh spirit almost. That's really cool.
Yeah. That's the agenda we went for.
Does that mean that you guys are now aiming for the win, for the summit itself, get the trophy? I want to hear a yes.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah, of course we'll try our best.
You know what?
Like you said, the eyes is always on the trophy, but we're gonna take one step at a time, one round at a time, one game at a time.
I want to hear one thing from you guys, because last time what we noticed about the lineup was the positive mindset that you had no matter what the situation was inside the game. How do you guys manage to do that, man? Because with me, I lose one round and I'm already raging. How do you guys stay so happy?
Well, I don't know. It's like once you're like mentally like thinking like negative, like the mental change, like the negative impact of the game, and I think like it's over. So we're gonna be like reset after every round. Even if you win it, even if you lose it, like we're gonna reset. Just think about the round that we're gonna be playing. So that's how we play. So that's why I think we have a positive mindset.
I think our viewers have something to learn from that, especially with placements going on right now. There's a lot of people tilting out there.
No. The mindset is only for the tournaments. In rank, oh my god, you
yeah, we will
not a mouse.
In rank, we will too.
On that note, like I want to ask you, Thin. I mean, the difference between ranked and tournaments. But talking about tournaments itself, you guys, with the revamp of the brand, the organization, there has been a bit of a revamp in the team itself. A couple of roster changes coming through. So, how's that looking for you, Thin, and the team? Like, are you guys bonding well? Is it all setting up very well for VCC?
Yeah, it is. Right now, we're still trying out a new player, which is gonna be a huge announcement.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're doing great. Till now, it's been a couple of scrims, and it's getting better day after day.
You guys are like getting me excited now. Like we're waiting for a big announcement, and with the qualifiers, just like it's yeah. Can we get a leak?
I can
you
give
have
you
to find out.
maybe.
Oh, a clue? Perhaps Slumber?
I can give you a clue. Shall we?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, we can. A bit though.
If not for us, for all of the amazing fans watching you guys.
Yeah, how about the team is low-key going international? How about that?
Oh! Okay, I just got goosebumps. I'm not even going to lie, I just got goosebumps. Already excited. I have a few names running through my head. I might DM you guys after the stream for with those names.
You just text these to all the names and just like, is it this guy? Is it this guy? Is it this guy?
Yup.
All right. So the next question I have for the both of you, like, so before this, we were just talking to the lads from Sri Lanka as well, and they mentioned the growth they saw in their own region after the previous VCC happened. What does the scene look like for Nepal? Is the scene growing as well? Are we going to see a lot more teams competing this time?
I would say, yeah, definitely, because recently we even had our first Valorant LAN tournament in Nepal, and we got a lot of teams registered who played, came up, and showed us what they could do. So I would say, yeah, the quality of the players has increased, even the quantity. So yeah, we can look forward to a lot of good teams from Nepal.
I'm very excited for it, and you guys have already got me excited for the announcement. Now with the teams coming in, so I think there's only one thing left to ask both of you, which is what expectations really do you have from VCC 2.0? There are 2 slots up for grabs. Do you think you can make a run for the money, get yourself to the APAC Challenger, especially with this, I'm just going to say it, like perhaps SEA player coming in?
So I didn't hear the last part. I didn't hear the last part. Sorry, my internet's pretty bad here. We're obviously aiming for the spot, since even the spot has the number of spot has increased, so it means more opportunities. So yeah, like I said, we're definitely aiming for it, but one round at a time, one game at a time, and we'll definitely get there. Because the amount of hard work we've done, the amount of effort we've put in is quite a lot. So we hope to show the fans and the people of Nepal and everyone out there that even we can do something.
On that note, I would love to hear a message from you guys for the people from Nepal who, I mean, even in VCC season 1, I believe a lot of people were watching you and looking up to you at that time, and you inspired them to sort of form their own teams and bring their teams to this VCC, hopefully. So, then first from you, is there a message from you to those lads that have been watching you and will probably challenge you this time?
Maybe in Nepali too, for the fans?
Yeah.
Really not. Like, I think we're gonna do well. Yeah, that's it.
Short
and Slumber, what about you?
A message to other players?
Other players, fans, family. If you have a significant other, to your significant other there.
Keep supporting, I guess. I don't know. I don't have much to say. I'll just say keep
You can
supporting.
confess your love as well. We're gonna like that.
Nah, guys.
Yeah, get that date live ready on camera, you know. No, but yeah, definitely. I think what I'm hearing really, Johnny, here is that the players are going to show it all in the maps. They're going to show it with their performance, and I'm excited to see you guys play in VCC and more to come.
Yep, we're pretty excited too to be playing again. So we hope we can show much more than the previous tournament. So please do support us.
I mean, I'm going to be cheering for you guys because it's just lovely to watch the sort of bond you have with your teammates and the presence, the aura of love and happiness that you bring every time you guys are playing inside the game. It's always fun and exciting to watch you guys. Slumber and Thin, thank you so much for joining us right now, and all the best for the practice matches, the qualification matches. I'll see you guys in the playoffs. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, see you. Thank you. Thank you for having us. Bye bye.
So that was Khumbu Esports. I got that right this time, hopefully. And it is definitely, I like watching these guys. You always see them with very, very good looking smiles on their face. And it is, again, the positive mindset that they have towards winning that will get them to the playoffs this time and hopefully to the trophy as well. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you that the registrations for Valorant Conquerors Championship 2022 are, well, open right now. So go on to vcc.nodwingaming.com and register your teams. South Asia, all the teams throughout South Asia, this is a call out to you guys. Register your teams, get to the qualifiers and try your level best to make it to the playoffs, because this time we're going to be going on a much bigger journey. This ain't just about the LCQ. This ain't just about the one slot of the LCQ, which sort of brings us to the final team, the team that actually got the slot last time for the LCQ and did a phenomenal job representing South Asia over there. Ladies and gentlemen, the defending champions of Valorant Conquerors Championship, Global Esports, have arrived. And here we have HellRanger and SkRossi. How are you guys?
Good. How are you guys? Perfectly synced. Exactly what we expect from the champions. But आप ही बताओ. Let's start with you, HellRanger. Of course, I'll get to the white hair in a second, Rossi. But HellRanger, you tell me.
Sorry, I got caught off guard by Rossi's beard and look. I'm like,
oh,
I haven't seen it for the past.
Trim the charger. It's lost.
I am looking. 2 हफ्ते पहले तो देखा था, he's looking so different ऐसा.
अरे वो चार्जर किधर तो घूम गया.
Boot camp में ही होगा.
Maybe in the boot camp to come back.
Star player, no, he'll come last to the boot camp. What can we do? We have to come here to the.
घर में नहीं छोड़ रहे bro. घर में बहुत ज़्यादा cold है.
चलिए CA
what was the question?
I guess.
Well, yeah. तो उसी बात पे of course अब मेरी भी आंख उधर ही लगी हुई है, तो रॉसी को ही पूछता हूँ मैं. आप बताइए. You know, I think for you it was a very emotional journey throughout VCC, from the start to the end, achieving what you did. So let's start off simple. How are you feeling coming into VCC 2022, or rather ये पूरी साल जो होने वाली है, the entire long journey, what are you feeling like?
Nothing, same old. If you want to maintain your consistency, you have to do what you're doing to become successful, and we'll follow the same rules with new things into the game. And for me, it's most about preparing mentally. because in game तो daily training होता रहता है दिन का 10 hours 12 hours, but you have to mentally prepare how you gonna approach all these tournaments or game this entire year. So nothing special or nothing new. It's just another day, another year, another tournament. So we just want to play a good Valorant game out there and make our country proud. That's it.
I mean, last time आपने काफी अच्छा एक परफॉर्मेंस डिलीवर किया था LCQ के अंदर भी, taking the like games off of some of the biggest names. I mean, Damwon, you guys took a game off of, and then lower bracket के अंदर भी phenomenal performances, is barely missing out on the opportunity. HellRanger, I know कि आपको वो छोटी छोटी चीजें आप एक एक चीज नोट डाउन करते हैं, वो फिक्सेस अपनी जो डायरी होती है, जो I think हम CS के आपके दिनों से देख रहे हैं, उसमें जॉट डाउन होती है. This time what is things looking like? Because a lot of roster changes have happened throughout the board, but you guys are still the same.
Yeah, well, for me, it's very important that, I think we don't take any pressure. Like, I don't care if we are the defending champions or we are playing VCC or we are playing any other event. We just need to do well and prepare well. The biggest plus point of our team is if we fix our mental. Like, we have had days where we have been fighting as a team, or we have been doing really bad in practice, or we are like, even before the LCQ we literally had days where we felt like, what are we doing? And then we just have a talk right before the day before the event, and we just speak out each other's mind. So I think the mentality thing which Rossi mentioned is going to be a really big factor. Like, for us, you can see us playing our worst game in 3 tournaments, but if we fix up our mentality, the next event we'll do the same things, but you'll see the result is completely different. So that's what the thing is going to be, mostly working on our mentality, and obviously bringing up some new things. There have been a lot of new agents and new maps and a few changes we have got to see. So I'm really excited to see how it all pans out, and yeah, that is something we are working towards.
I want to interject here real quick. I see the smile on Rossi's face. I know almost every other team hates Fracture, but I also know that unlike most other maps, Rossi, you play that race on Fracture. So for you, yeah, HellRanger. Like, I want to ask both of you.
I
like,
love.
What is it like?
I love Fracture, honestly. I love Fracture.
I have someone on my
because
side. Let's go.
Because we are still relatively new to playing Fracture, but there's so much you can do with regards to playing mind games with the opponents. I really like that map. But obviously, like, we haven't played it that much, but as I play it more, even as an IGL, I really love how much you can do in that map and how many different comps also can work. So I feel Fracture is going to be hopefully one of our bread and butter maps, or maybe I'm just saying that because we are playing the VCC, so you guys decide for yourself.
Already the mind game.
इसलिए इनको professor बोलते हैं हम, because just like the professor in X-Men, he's just going to get inside your head and make you second guess everything you're thinking. Is that true, HellRanger? अभी से mind games चालू होगा.
I mean, मैंने तो बोल दिया, आप decide कर लो. Like, if you decide that we are not going to play Fracture and you pick it against us, then you'll see. Or if you ban it and let us play another map, you'll again see it. So it works out either ways for me.
Oh boy. I am scared. I can only imagine बाकी teams को क्या हो रहा है. But Rossi, I want to ask you, like, again, back to the idea कि शायद, like HellRanger said, new roles, new comps, new maps, certainly. What's it like going to be for you, like, in 2022? What is the evolution of Rossi? Because we've seen peak Rossi. I don't know how much further you can go above that, but I believe it is possible.
My goal will be, like, first of all, I like Fracture because I get to play a new agent in that, where I can do something new and something people don't know. So that will be one of my advantage going into Fracture rather than any other game. Everybody knows how I play. Everybody know what I'm gonna do. So I'm really excited, and more than that, playing more different agents if my team wants me to. Other than that, nothing else. I'm looking forward to grind new agents.
I think वो permission आपके साथ में जो भी हैं उन्हीं से मिलने वाली है आपको. कि कुछ और खेलने देंगे competitive में या फिर it's just like
No, the problem
hardcore?
is I cannot make the same impact how I do with Jet with other agents. So when I reach to that level, I think the team won't be having any problem. Like they'll say whatever agent I play, they'll be like pick it unless until I give the same impact or more impact than Jet. Everything's gonna be fine.
HellRanger is he right on point? और क्या एक ऐसा गेम आएगा जहाँ पे आप बोलेंगे कि चलिए रिस्क ले लेते हैं अभी ठीक है?
Hey, so for me it's very simple. Like you can not just Rossi team में एक दो player ऐसे हो सकते हैं कि if they are comfortable on playing a certain agent, I can allow that. But तीन चार agent तो fix ही रहेंगे regardless. So let's say on bind I sometimes play breach or sky depending on what I feel will work against the other team. So if Rossi says कि अच्छा आज मेरे को इनके सामने race खेलना है, I want to play Jet or XYZ, we can do that as well, right? But we cannot replace a Sova or we cannot replace an Astra. We need those agents for sure. So that's it. वो उतना simple सी बात है कि we can obviously have substitute agents and if he feels that he is comfortable then nothing like it. तो वही अगर वो कल मुझे बोलता है फ्रैक्चर पे जेट खेलना है तो शायद मना कर दूंगा पर बाकी सब ठीक
Well, I mean, ये तो चलिए I mean काफी सारे हमने डिस्कशंस कर लिए कि अभी जब VCC आएगा तो क्या क्या एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं बट this was just like as far as global esports was considered. HellRanger आपसे एक और चीज जानना चाहूंगा मैं क्योंकि पिछला जो VCC था that was like a pretty new experience पूरे साउथ एशिया के लिए कि पाकिस्तान की भी टीम से हमने देखा उनके परफॉर्मेंसेस श्रीलंका देखा नेपाल बांग्लादेश दिस इज द सेकंड टाइम पिछले बार के बाद आई एम प्रीटी श्योर सबने भी फिगर आउट कर लिया होगा कि आप लोग किस तरह से खेलते हैं बाकी की टीमें जो बाकी के रीजन से वो कैसे खेलती हैं व्हाट आर योर थॉट्स ऑन द एंटायर सीन और हाउ द VCC is going to look like this time?
Well, for me,
अभी दो slot है
हाँ तो मतलब like the players in game, the agents in game are going to stay the same, right? बाजू में flag कौन सी country का does not matter, right? So we are just going to play according to what teams do against us in the game. Does not matter कि पाकिस्तान की टीम है या इंडिया की टीम है या नेपाल की टीम है या श्रीलंका की टीम है टीम तो टीम है गेम भी सेम खेल रहे हैं तो we are just going to play our game and like honestly we want to be self-sufficient where people need to think about us and not I need to think about कि ये region के सामने ऐसा खेलना है ऐसा बनना है I'm not saying we are there yet I'm saying against every region be it the SCA region or be it even internationally hopefully we get the chance to go there तो ऐसा बनना है कि people need to think about how they want to play against us that is the goal तो अभी के लिए it does not matter who we are playing we just like to play our game
ये वाला गोल ऑलरेडी चेक मार्क हो चुका है
जो दो स्लॉट की बात कर रहे थे आई थिंक इज रियली गुड वी हैव टू स्लॉट्स एंड आई थिंक द लेवल ऑफ कंपटीशन हैज आल्सो रिजन इन द सीन आई फील लाइक नाम नहीं लूंगा बट आई फील देयर आर 3 or 4 really strong contenders who can make it to the top 2 slots so it's going to be fun.
Yeah, definitely. I'm glad like you mentioned the international point because you guys are, like Johnny said, you've got that check mark already. You guys are the only team who has the fortune of having played against players like Bunny, playing against the teams like PaperX. So I want to ask you, Rossi, like, do you think as a team that experience has really evolved you? Like, what's it going to be like coming into VCC again, but with that international experience?
I think we failed at maintaining what we gained from the international experience or how. So our best part was we played as a team. Playing the LCQ was we played at our best form. Like our communication was on point. We are following the calls without any doubts or without overriding the calls or everything was perfect. I think after the break we kind of failed to kind of failed to implement it after the LCQ, but then we had a talk where we told that this is all we learned, this is how we went against the best teams and we played at our best. I think this is what we should stick to and improve on. So LCQ experience, it was really good and it was really needed it gives a lot more confidence because when we played I thought it's going to be tough, but it wasn't that tough. We are not that behind compared to skill-wise or as a team in SEA. So, yeah, it's going to be easier and easier every year or every tournament game, I would say. And the experience from LCQ, we're going to implement on or that will help us a lot in coming VCC and for the tournaments.
Right. अब मेरा एक सवाल है फिर से SkRossi आपके लिए, also known as एस करूंगा रॉसी, कितने एस मारेंगे इस बार?
No idea. I'm confident I'll get more 4 kills.
I was like 4K. I was like 4K. Ace करूंगा रॉसी कब हो गया?
I think I'll get more 4 kills.
I believe in it.
Because I don't have that patience to wait and get that final kill. I like 4 मिला चलो 5 को भी जाते हैं and I end up dying.
Even if sometimes he does, हम लोग में एक टीम के अंदर अंडरस्टैंडिंग है 5वां किल नहीं लेने देना उसको. So we just last guy.
भागते पूरा 5th kill मारने के लिए सब लोग everyone will be aim on point, full confidence, perfect read where the enemy will be and they'll get that 5th kill. No matter.
Hell, I think अब beard आ गई है तो अब करने देना चाहिए.
नहीं beard will be gone once I go to the.
हाँ मुझे बहुत अजीब लग रहा है please.
अरे मेरे को भी लग रहा है. So there was a recording yesterday where Vatsal told you have to record this and I was like Vatsal पूरा beard mustache वगैरह आ गया है मेरे को नहीं करना है. It's funny. So I have to deal with it till I go to boot camp I guess.
Imagine VCC तो कैसे चल रहा है just like I'm a game.
नहीं बिल्कुल नहीं. That's the
रॉसी ऐसे रहेगा then मैं एकदम बड़ी बाबा वाली दाढ़ी बना देता हूँ फिर.
फिर तो सामने वाली पूरी टीम डिस्ट्रैक्ट हो जाएगी. इजी विंस.
मैं I'll just फोटो ही ऐसे डेली अपने सब जगह पोस्ट करूंगा. दाढ़ी एकदम स्टर्न लुक और ऐसा एक फोटो डालूंगा. पहले ही इंटिमिडेट करना है हर मैच के पहले. सबको डीएम कर दूंगा.
आज के लिए गुड लक गाइस.
बाबा रॉसी.
Well, again, HellRanger, SkRossi, काफी बातें करी, बहुत मजा आया and thank you so much for giving us your time like always. It's a pleasure to have you and good luck अपने मैचेस के लिए. सीधा I believe playoffs तक तो आप जाएंगे ही एक बार फिर से और ट्रॉफी के लिए फाइनल्स में भी पहुंचेंगे. So again, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Yes.
Thank you.
Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, that was Global Esports, defending champions. But जैसा HellRanger ने mention किया, ये लोग तो बिल्कुल काम रहते हैं अपने मैचेस से पीछे कि आप लोग भी इनकी तरह परफॉर्म कर सकते हैं. It's time to find out. vcc.nodwingaming.com पे रजिस्ट्रेशन शुरू हो चुके हैं for the Valorant Conquerors Championship Season 2, ladies and gentlemen, 2022 का Valorant Conquerors Championship. And this is South Asia's trial by fire, क्योंकि अब बारी है बिल्कुल चैलेंजर्स तक जाने की. एंड सीए इट वाज फन. काफी मजेदार कॉन्वर्सेशन.
I mean, पार्टी थी तो मजा तो आना ही था जॉनी. बट जैसे आपने बोला the conversation was amazing and जैसे हेल ने बोला इस बार कंपटीशन भी बढ़ गया है. एंड मैं देखना चाहता हूँ, उन्होंने 3-4 टीम बोली, यू नो दैट टीम कुड स्टिल हैव नॉट रजिस्टर्ड. मैं देखना चाहता हूँ कि हर टीम कोशिश करे कि वो 3-4 टीम वो खुद ही बन जाए. बट इसी के साथ गाइस आपको याद दिलाना चाहूंगा, दिस इज जस्ट द लॉन्च पार्टी. अभी ये शायद खत्म होने वाली है पार्टी, बट ओवरऑल जो VCC के है, नॉट जस्ट दिस VCC बट साल की जो पार्टी है अभी शुरू हो रही है. सो कीप दैट हाइप गोइंग, कीप द एक्साइटमेंट, क्योंकि मुझसे नहीं कंटेन हुआ चाह रहा जॉनी.
आई मीन कंटेन करना काफी मुश्किल है, आई नो, बट थोड़ा सा शांत रहना पड़ेगा. अभी तो हमको काफी चीजें पता करनी है. जैसा आपने मेंशन किया सी है, अभी तो पार्टी शुरू हुई है क्योंकि ये लॉन्च पार्टी थी. इसके बाद क्वालिफायर्स हमारे आने वाले. लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, यू कैन बी अ पार्ट ऑफ द एक्शन एज वेल. वंस अगेन vcc.nodwingaming.com पर जाइए, टीम्स को रजिस्टर करिए and we'll see you guys on whatever maps you guys decide to play once you make it to the qualifiers. But until then, take care. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye-bye. We'll see you in the matches.
Alrighty, here we are, the biggest opportunity for the teams of South Asia, the Valorant Conquerors Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner takes it all. A chance to represent South Asia in the last chance qualifiers.
I got another kill picked up. MW1. Oh, SkRossi. 3 kills. 4. This is huge from SkRossi. And he's looking for every single victim. SkRossi to close it out. The champions of the VCC are Global Esports. They take down VLT. And now they're the champions of the region. India's representatives in APAC.
You never stop fighting, Vibe. No matter what.
back and watch me speak. About to take over your screen. Talking bulls in 93. Talking mom, I'm on TV. Y'all know all I do is me. All I do is me. Yo, sit back and watch me speak. Yo, sit back and all I know, my money green. About to snap and make a scene. My cup off and make this free. My cup off and make them scream. Go back off for TMZ. Yo, sit back and watch me speak. Yo, sit back and watch me speak. Yo, sit back and watch. Watch me. Watch me. Watch me. Sit back and watch. Sit back. Sit back. Sit back. Sit back. Money long, nothing on credit. I got style, don't catch no feelings. All this bread ain't got no lettuce. I got style, don't catch no feelings. Watch me. Watch me. Sit back and watch. Sit back and watch. Sit back and watch. If it ain't got style, I ain't with it. I ain't with it. If it ain't got style, I ain't with it. Look, look. If it ain't got style, I ain't with it. I ain't with it. If it ain't got style, I ain't with it. Look, look. Look, look. Look, look. Look, look. Watch me. Sit back and watch. Watch me. Sit back. Sit back. Watch me. Sit back and watch. Sit back. Sit back. Sit back. Sit back.
Time slows down when it can get no worse. I can feel it running out on me. I don't want these to be my last words. All forgotten, 'cause that's all they'll be. Now there's only one thing I can do. Fight until the end like I promised.